Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Very fun video for you guys today. I had so much fun filming this one. We are going to be doing a new, very curious bronzer technique that I learned from the lovely Gucci Westman on Instagram. She's a professional makeup artist. If you didn't know who she was, don't feel stupid. I didn't either until just a few days ago. But this video is gonna kick off a bit of a theme that I wanna do here on my channel during the month of August. We're gonna do kind of like a celebrity makeup artist kind of inspiration kind of month theme. I should have thought about the title a little bit more before I announced it to you guys. Basically, I want to expand my skills this month. I feel like I've been in a bit of a makeup rut for a while. And after doing this bronzer technique today, I'm even more excited to try some other tips and tricks and techniques and learn together with you guys. I think it's gonna be fun. I have some really fun videos planned to go along with this theme. Spoiler alert, any of you like period dramas? I do. But I hope you guys are excited about it as well. I can't wait to share this technique with you guys. It's kind of like blowing my mind. I mean, I don't know if you're noticing my makeup looking differently right now, but as we get into it, you'll see why I'm so excited about it and why it's so different. But before we get into the makeup, special welcome to any of you that are new to my channel. Happy to have you here. I hope that you enjoy this one. And if you do, please consider subscribing before you leave. But we've got some makeup to put on, some things to learn, so let's get right into it. All right, so before we get to the bronzer technique I want to try today, let's just get a little bit of foundation on my face. Better pull my hair back a little bit. Okay, so I forgot to bring my sponge down here. I washed it upstairs and I forgot to bring it down. So today let's just apply my foundation with a brush. We're gonna be using my Mise en Snell Repair BB cream today and my It Cosmetics double-sided brush. By the way, I have the Snell Repair in the shade 27. This should be a pretty good shade match for me. I'm actually kind of hoping that it'll be a little bit on the light side because we're gonna apply quite a bit of bronzer today, like all over the place. Really excited to share this technique with you guys. It is way different than anything I have ever tried or seen for that matter. It's very, very unique the way that she applies her bronzer. So should be kind of fun to test it out today. See how it looks on me. I'm gonna take a good couple of minutes blending this in. By the way, I did use a primer today. I just put a little bit of my Maybelline 4-in-1 on about 30 minutes ago, just to give me a little bit of a natural glow, a little bit of hydration, and this will add a little bit of extra sunscreen to my skin as well. More baseball today. It's Chase's last week. He's actually playing in a kind of mock World Series, the team that he plays for, so they have some other teams coming from other places around the country, mostly like in the West. So we've got a couple teams from California, there's an Alaska team coming to play. It's kind of a big deal. I didn't realize how big of a deal this team that he's playing for is prior to him getting on it. He's my oldest. I was not much of a baseball fan or follower before we had him. So we've kind of like learned things as we went along as he continued to play. But yeah, this team's they're pretty dang good. Like their record this year for this summer, they play 7 days a week, sometimes double headers. There's like 30 kids on their team, but they've got kids that are going to like Stanford and like TCU, like really big baseball schools. And they're so good. Their record is 56-6, and 2 of those losses were when they scrimmaged their own team. That is an amazing record. Like if you're over 500, you're considered to be like a decent baseball team. So pretty impressive. But it's Chase's last week. And then next week we have college, what do they call it? Orientation, registration. And then he'll move in a couple weeks after that and kind of be gone for a while. It's gonna be so weird. Let's add a little bit of concealer. Okay, I've been going back and forth between these two concealers lately, the NYX Bear With Me Serum and the Lancome Tanti Doll concealer. Ooh, I'm kind of liking this one a little bit better. I have been using this one a lot over the last over a month now, I think, and I still have mixed feelings on it. I really like the way it feels on my skin, but I just don't know that it gives me quite the coverage that I feel like I need right now. This one does have really good coverage though, which is why I'm gonna reach for this one today. Plus the bronzer technique today is from Gucci Westman on Instagram, you know, Westman Atelier. Very luxe, very fancy. I feel like Lancome's a little bit more on par with Westman Atelier. I'm trying to channel some luxe bouginess. I'm gonna pull a little bit of this onto my eyelid as well. As I'm blending this, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I moved my desk back a little bit. I have a new lens on my camera. It's actually not a new lens. I've had this lens forever, but it's a much better lens that I just haven't tried out with my makeup setup because I haven't had a room that's big enough. It's a really long lens, but it's really, really good quality. It's supposed to be a lot more crisp and clear and sharp. As long as I can stay in focus, that's always the struggle, is I can't use the autofocus on my camera. So if I like lean forward, knock myself out of focus and then causes some big problems. I want to pop just a little bit of powder on. I'm going to take my RCMA No Color powder. Just gonna shake it up, dip into the lid, apply a little bit of this just to my eyelids to set down that concealer, onto my forehead and the sides of my mouth. Sorry guys, the sun is giving me trouble right now. All right, now we are ready for powder. So as I mentioned, we are going to be doing a technique that I found on Instagram from Gucci Westman. I did a little search on the best celebrity makeup artists to follow on Instagram. She came up as #1. So here's kind of write-up I found on her. It says, follow this channel for classic girl next door makeup tips. She paints the faces of Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, plus a real behind the scenes look at her fabulous family life. So if you look through her Instagram feed, #1, you'll see that she leads a very luxurious life. Like she's big time. Lots of celebrities. I see Gwyneth Paltrow here, Anne Hathaway, Naomi Watts. She is a little bit older, which I really appreciate, but she also has a really natural kind of glam makeup style, especially on herself. Like she does a lot of like no makeup type looks, not a lot of eye makeup, very skin focused makeup. So we're gonna be following her bronzer technique today. So let's have a look. So she goes all the way across her forehead. Like she puts it everywhere. Okay, here's the crazy part. Look where she's putting that bronzer. She puts it right under her eyes. Okay, very interesting. So she does not just like put her bronzer from this point back up to like her hairline. She kind of puts it like diagonally across her face, all the way in kind of right here and even a little bit right under her actual eyes, which I have never seen before. It kind of goes against the way I'm used to seeing people put on the bronzer, the way that I have kind of grown accustomed to putting my bronzer on, but it does give her a really natural kind of sun-kissed sort of look. So we're gonna do that today. I don't have the Westman Atelier bronzer that she was using, so I'm gonna use my next best thing that I think will be kind of similar in the shade that she was using, just a classic kind of warm bronze. We're gonna use the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer today. And we're gonna apply it with the Reference No. 5 brush. This looks the most similar to the size and type of brush that she was using. It's actually normally my blush brush. This is my favorite blush brush, but I did clean it off so that we could use it for bronzer today. So let's just give this a try. So I'm gonna build up some bronzer right on my brush, and we're just gonna start again. She kind of just went like horizontally across the cheeks, across the forehead. I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, bronzer is supposed to give you like a bronzed, like the sun bronzed your skin, right? Which the sun doesn't just bronze like your skin in this area. It actually bronzes the tops of your skin. I'm gonna go a little bit under the eyes. That's kind of what she did right here on this outer part of her under eye. She put a little bit of bronzer there. I imagine that's probably where you would put like the leftover. She basically just brought it up a lot higher than I normally would bring it up. And then she kind of like tied it, did a little like C shape here. She did a little bit down the nose and on the eyelids. Okay, there we go. So it definitely looks different. I feel like it does look like I just came in from the sun, just the way the areas that my skin is bronzed, like right here, kind of right here, closer a little bit up higher, like towards my eyes. If I was to spend a day out in the sun like 20 years ago before I got hyperpigmentation, this is kind of what my skin would look like after coming in from the sun. So I do think this looks maybe a little bit more, I don't know, more natural or more like a real, I was bronzed by the actual sun kind of look. So I'm gonna leave it there for bronzer. Let's add just a little bit of blush. I don't wanna do too much because I kind of want this to be a really bronzed focused look. We're gonna add just a pop of color to the cheeks using Persona's Kiss. This is the bright red one. Pop a little bit of that onto the cheeks with my Alter Ego No. 4 brush. Just the tiniest bit kind of high up here on the cheekbone. Let's add a bit of highlighter. Let's take my Say Glowy Super Gel just for a little bit of a natural highlight. I'm gonna apply that with this Sydney Grace small powder brush. Just have a little dollop on the back of my hand. I'm gonna run that, really press that into that brush, and then just pop that right here on the outer part of the cheekbone, just right here, a little bit up on the brow bone. I'm gonna go back to that brush that I used for my blush. I wanna add just a tiny bit of this, kind of pinching it right in the crease there. I did put some bronzer on my eyelids, but I just want to warm that up even a little bit more. Add like a tiny bit of pink there. And then we're gonna add a little bit of highlighter. So I don't want to use the Glowy Super Gel for my inner corner. We're gonna instead use the highlighter from Benefit. This is Cookie. Let's just take a little bit of this on my Reference No. 3 brush. And we're going to pop that right on this inner tear duct. And then pull it in just a little bit. Just keeping it super natural today. And now for the brows. All I'm gonna do for my brows, she has very natural looking brows in all the tutorials that she does. So all I'm gonna do is run a little bit of my Benefit Gimme Brow through my brows. I have the shade number 3. Just to kind of add some color and shape to my brows. So that's it for my brows. Let's add just a little bit of color to my lips. So I'm gonna start off by taking a little bit of my Plumping Serum Lip Balm. This one's in the shade Bountiful Bear, just to add some hydration. And then I'm gonna take the Persona Kiss Cream Blush and just dab tiniest bit of this on. I kind of want like a popsicle kind of looking lip. Last, I'm gonna throw just a quick coat of mascara on. Today I'm gonna use my Superfan mascara from Smashbox. So I will do that, be right back, and we'll take a final look. All right, and this is it, you guys. What do you guys think? Does my bronzer look different? I definitely feel like the look as a whole looks very different, like different than what I typically do. And I think part of that is the bronzer. Like it looks so much more like natural right here. That whole horizontal thing that she did, I think she's onto something. She clearly knows what she's doing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this type of makeup look, this style? Did you guys learn something? Have you ever applied your bronzer in this way? Maybe everybody knows about this technique except for me. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Either way, let me know. I had so much fun doing this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Maybe learned something. I definitely did. I think it's fun to push yourself sometimes. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me give you one last reminder. If you are not yet subscribed, be sure to do that before you leave. I have a lot more fun celebrity or makeup artist inspired looks for you guys coming up this month, so don't miss out. Make sure notifications are turned on, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. And here it is. This is the finished look. Are my lights still way too bright? Give it like 2 seconds. The sun will start to dim. Having a beast of a time with the sun today.